All right, guys, it's almost Christmas 2025. That's kind of crazy. And you're still trying to figure out what you're going to reward yourself with. Is it going to be the Icom 705 or Yaesu's new FTX 1? Well, this week, we're going to dive into both of them and we're going to have the battle royale. I'm here to help you decide which is best for you. This time on K6UDA Radio. Let's do this. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Bob K6UDA, and welcome to the K6UDA Radio Show, the best ham radio show on the planet. Before we get going, I want to ask you a huge favor. Please, if you like this content, please leave a thumbs up. If you don't like this content, please leave a thumbs down. I don't care. The engagement is wonderful. Also, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, do all that good stuff on both YouTube and on Rumble. It really does help me out. It beats the algorithm. And if you could leave a comment and possibly share this video with somebody who you think might care, I'd really appreciate it. Guys, almost exactly 6 years ago, Icom rocked the active ham radio market. I mean, like the POTA guys, soda guys, the guys that actually get out of their basements and do something with ham radio. It's an all band, all mode, portable transceiver with built-ins that the ham radio community up to that point had never really even dreamed possible. Now, prior to the 705, Elecraft owned the space with their KX3 and the KX2 portable radios. Zygu was jumping in with the 5105 and later now the 6100. KX3 and KX2 unquestionably fantastic radios, but they didn't have all the modern conveniences that we have become accustomed to in the ham radio world. The 5105 and the 6100, they've updated those radios. They've made them pretty 705-ish. It's a good radio, a decent radio, but they're not great radios. All right, side by side with these radios, they are both a QRP radio, a field QRP radio, completely self-contained. Everything in one little box. Both of them are roughly almost exactly the same size as far as the field version of the Yaesu. The Icom measures in at 7.9 by 3.3 by 3.2 deep. The Yaesu 8.3 by 3.5 by 2.2 deep. Both are a shack in the box. HF, UHF, VHF, CW, sideband, FM, digital modes built right in. And both of them have their own native digital digital voice mode. The 705, D-Star all the way. The FTX1 has got Fusion, C4FM built right in. Both of them have beautiful waterfall displays. The 705 uses the same battery as comparable Icom handhelds, which if you've bought into the Icom ecosphere, an ID52, ID50s, 51s, that same battery, you can swap those batteries between the 705 and your HT, which means less stuff to pack with you. The FTX1 is huge by comparison. That is a 6,400 milliamp battery, 69 watt hours, and it's a 6-watt output battery. Now, Yaesu's latest foray into the game, the FTX1, uses a dual VFO display. It's configurable with several different looks with the press of a button. You can monitor 2 HF, HF plus UHF or VHF. You can monitor CW on one and sideband on the other. You can monitor a local repeater with C4 FM on one side, another local repeater, no C4 FM, or HF on another side. Well, the display between the two of them are almost identical in size. Which one you like is going to be super, super subjective. I'm not going to tell you which one is better. I personally like the look of the Icom just a skosh better. Just the way that it reflects in light and everything. I'm not talking about the content. I'm just talking about how the display looks. My personal opinion, I give the edge to Icom. Now, the display and the menus on the Icom is very, very straightforward. You hit the menu button and you're lined up with a bunch of large, easy to read icons. And that's how you pick the main things that you want to do on that radio. The FTX1, on the other hand, is Yaesu's new menu system. And I'll tell you what, I hated their old menu system. I couldn't deal with it. And that's what drove me originally to Icom. But their new menu system is much, much better. But man, it's small fonts, it's tiny, and there is a ton of stuff when you pick any one of the menus, when you pick that function button and you load those menus in there. It is overwhelming. Now, up until the very last software update, one of my huge bitches about the FTX1 was the fact that they released this radio, I believe it was around May of this year, April or May of this year. And until just recently, until the very latest software update or firmware update, this radio, when you're using C4 FM, was unintelligible. It was atrocious. I did the update today, and despite some people in the FTX1 community saying, don't do it, it bricked my radio, it's bad, it's horrible, don't do it, I did it for you. I was willing to take the chance, and it works fantastic. All the C4 FM garbleness is gone. It is wonderful. It sounds fantastic now. I use it on my repeater. Now, both radios will do APRS out of the box. Kind of, sort of do APRS out of the box. The 705 will do honest to goodness APRS out of the box. It comes configured with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and a GPS chip. The FTX1 will do Bluetooth if you buy an extra Bluetooth chip, $60, and you can't get it. And you have to buy an external GPS antenna, $70, and I can't get it. Now, when I first got my FTX1, I kept telling everybody, don't worry about it in 6 months. Everything will work itself out. Their supply chain will be just fine. And it's been 6 to 7 months now, and the supply chain still isn't fine. Maybe it's getting better, but I'm still having problems finding stuff at my retailer, and I'm an HRO guy. So you Icom guys, don't go take a lap just yet, because when the 705 first came out, it had some issues too, and they had to work through them with software updates and firmware updates. You know, if you're a long time 705 guy, you'll know that doing FT8 on a 705 when that thing first came out was a horrible experience. You had to reconfigure the entire radio. It was crazy. They came out with a fix for that in software, and now, hey, you just hit FT8 and it does its thing. Likewise, a lot of the issues with the FTX1 are getting fixed in firmware. We're just waiting on it. It's a newer radio, guys. It's not even a year out. And honestly, that is the beautiful thing about modern SDR-based radios. You could make some pretty significant changes just by updating software. Big differences between the 705 and the FTX1. Number one, the 705 lacks an internal antenna tuner. Now, the FTX1 lacks a proper internal tuner on the field version. If you get the Optima or you buy the SPA1, you get a proper 3-to-1 tuner on that unit. But the field unit will operate in ATAS 120, which is a huge, big plus on a date. If you're, say, operating portable in my Jeep. The FTX1 doesn't have an SWR meter or an SWR function, much like the 705 does, that's suitable for tuning a portable antenna. The 705, it's not a great SWR meter function, but it is a pretty damn good one. The FTX1 is lacking that. Now, from about day one, when I bought the 705, it begged me, just pleaded and begged to be tilted up just a little bit to get it into the proper, perfect viewing position. The FTX1, I think they heard people bitching about it and they fixed it. When you put that FTX1 field on the table in front of you with a battery attached, it rocks itself back into the absolute perfect viewing position. Now, here is the elephant in the room, and this actually is what got me to plunk down my credit card and get the FTX1, is a companion amp, a built-in companion amp. The SPA1, aka the Optima. Having this combo amp turns the FTX1 field from a niche radio that some people will use into a radio that anybody can use. You want to work a pile up with 100 watts, plug it in, sit it on your desk, and you've got a 100-watt radio. It's clean, it's small, it's fairly well appointed. It's not as appointed as, say, the DX10 or the 710, but hey, you give a little, you get a lot. The 705, on the other hand, requires a totally external amp. I went with the Elecraft amp because I already own the Elecraft amp, but with that comes more wires, additional power, and a huge additional expense. The Elecraft amp is $2,000 by itself. Yeah, can I use a different amp? Could I get by with a Hard Rock 50? Yeah, but you're still looking at another $500 for that amp. The SPA1 right now, I believe, is about $600-ish. Now, looking at the front of the FTX1, it's got a horn. It looks a little tiny bit funky, but it sounds fantastic. It funnels all the sound right at the user. That's also what tilts the radio head into that perfect viewing angle. The 705 is equipped with a micro USB plug. There is a DIY USB-C board that is available for that. I think it's like $150, $200, might be more. The FTX1 is equipped with USB-C out of the box. The FTX1 is also equipped with two BNC antenna ports, one for HF and one for UHF VHF, so you could run both of them at the same time. Now, D-Star versus C4FM. D-Star is undisputedly the granddaddy of ham radio digital voice modes. It was around for years and years before C4FM was even conceived of. The only other thing that could come close is DMR, but DMR wasn't originally made for ham radio. That was made for enterprise, where D-Star was 100% built for the ham radio market. Now, C4FM is a modernized derivative of DMR, but it is, again, purpose-built for ham radio. And not only that, I think it has much better voice clarity. It's much simpler to use as far as a user interface and getting on with no registration needed, no additional registration other than putting your call sign into the radio. Both of these radios will do their respective voice digital over HF. What does that mean? That means without repeaters, without internet, without anything, I can get on D-Star HF 160 through 6 meters, and I could talk to another station hundreds of miles to thousands of miles away. I have tested the FTX1, and I can transmit across several of the HF bands. I haven't tried them all, but I'm not aware of any organized nets like there are on D-Star. D-Star has an organized, well-established D-Star HF testing net. C4FM, I'm not aware of anything like that yet. As for price and availability, this is December 1st, 2025. And I'm not going to give you MSRP. We're going to talk turkey. We're talking street price here. My preferred retailer is Ham Radio Outlet. I am a fan of those guys, and I shop at the Sacramento store, my old hometown. The 705, regularly $14.99, right now is on sale for $12.49. I know it, that's a lot of money, but hey, a couple $100 off. The FTX1 at HRO, regularly $14.99, and the Optima price is $18.99, $1,900. There's no sale price on the Optima right now. There is a sale price on the FTX1 Field, which is just the FTX1 by itself with a battery. That price right now, my friends, is $1,149. Just for shits and giggles, the SPA1, that's the amp and the Optima part. You can buy that right now for $649, saving you about $100 over buying the Optima. Don't tell the guys over at HRO I said that. Just go order it. Anyway, guys, I don't want to tell you which one is better, which one you should buy. That's going to be entirely up to you. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of information just to guide you so you can give your favorite retailer a call and get a new radio under your tree for Christmas. Please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, all that good stuff. Thumbs up on this video. Leave a comment. Let me know which one you like. Are you an Icom guy? Are you a Yaesu guy? I don't know. Maybe you're a Zygu or an Elecraft guy. Let me know in the comments. Share this video, and I will see you guys on the next one on Bob K6UDA. I'm out of here. 7-3.